Hi everyone. I'm making a really quick video this Mother's Day evening, but it's in regards to the fear of being alone after leaving the narcissist or after walking away from a narcissist. Some of you are held back by a really strong fear of abandonment or fear of being alone, fear of rejection that comes with walking away from the narcissist. So you may fear that you'll always be alone. You may fear that you won't be loved again. You won't find love and you'll spend the rest of your life by yourself and unloved. And something I wanted to say about that is this. You're not really worried about losing the love that the narcissist has been giving you. It's not that you're worried about losing the narcissist's love. You may think that's what it's about, but what it's really about is that fear, that strong fear that you have, is the fear that you will believe yourself that you are unlovable, that you will believe that you are unlovable and you will not be able to love yourself. So it's almost like a fear of you abandoning yourself and being unable to love yourself anymore. And there's a difference. It's not really that strong fear that you feel. It's not a fear of really losing the narcissist's love or companionship. It's a fear of abandoning yourself and no longer believing in yourself or being able to believe that you are a lovable human being. And it's a belief that you will always be alone because you are unlovable. And why is that good news? Well, that's good news because, if you lose someone's love, that's not something you have any control over. If someone walks away from you or if you lose their love. But by knowing that you'll never walk away from yourself, that you'll never abandon yourself, that you'll never give up on yourself, that you'll never stop loving yourself or believing that you are lovable, then you'll no longer be afraid of losing other people's love. And what do I mean by that? Let's just give an example. So we know in school a lot of people are bullied, and if you look at the people in school who are usually bullied, it's usually not people who come from a family where they feel totally loved and accepted and, they grow up with strong confidence because of it. Usually people are bullied because somewhere they already believe or they've already been taught that they're not lovable, that they already don't believe in themselves. They already don't accept themselves because somewhere along the line they were taught that already. And so when they go into that environment at school, it makes them extremely vulnerable because when a bully comes up and says, you're no good and nobody likes you, well, for someone who does not feel that way about themselves, they're not going to accept it. They're going to have some resilience to it because they're going to look at that bully and say, who are you? What do you mean no one likes me? Like, I'm a likable person and you're just being a bully. And that's not even true about me, right? But a child who has grown up in an environment where they already have that seed of doubt that they're lovable or acceptable or accepted, then when they're exposed to that bully, it just confirms a vulnerability they already have and confirms something that they already believe about themselves. So when that bully comes to them and says, you're no good, then they start to shrink back and think, you know what? Maybe I am just no good. Maybe it is true no one really likes me, because they already had that vulnerability inside of them. So it's like this, like when you're afraid of being alone or rejected, or standing up to or walking away from a narcissist because it's a fear that will mean, once you separate from them, that will mean that you are unlovable, that you're going to be alone. It's really a fear not of losing their love, but it's a fear of believing about yourself that you are unloved or unlovable. And if you can go inside and learn to 100% accept and love yourself, then it will take away that vulnerability, and it'll take away that fear, because you'll know, I don't care what happens today. Even if I go out into the world and everyone tells me I'm no good and I'm worthless, at the end of the day, I'm going to come home and still love myself and know that I'm lovable no matter what they say. And so it takes away that vulnerability. And when you know, no matter what, I'm going to love myself and accept myself 100% who I am, then you won't be afraid of losing the narcissist love anymore. You won't be afraid of being alone anymore, because that will no longer mean the narcissist walking away or leaving or being separated will no longer mean to you that you are unlovable. That is really where that true fear is coming from. It's a fear not of losing what you had with them, because they may not have even really genuinely loved you anyway. It's not a fear of losing what you had from them. It's a fear of losing your own ability to love yourself or to believe that you're lovable. So that's something to recognize and to reconcile, so that it's an important part of your ability to move forward without that fear of being abandoned or rejected, because you're not going to abandon or reject yourself. You need to know, that vulnerable person inside of you needs to know that you're not going to abandon or walk away or reject yourself, no matter what other people do or say to you, that you will not abandon, reject, or walk away from yourself, but that you will still accept and love yourself and believe in yourself. And that's part of your healing journey, and just something maybe in this time of being alone and stay-at-home orders, something to kind of look at and hopefully find some healing on. So, I mean, that has the ability to really change your life in a big way. So, I hope that helps, guys. Let me know what you think. As always, we'll talk later. Bye.